Today we are going to learn about scientific notation. So first of all, what is scientific notation? It's a way to express very large or very small numbers. It is always written as a coefficient or a numeric value times a power of 10. Let's look at a couple of examples. 5.2675 times 10 to the 8th and 9.2765 times 10 to the minus 5. Notice how the coefficients in both of these examples only have a single digit before the decimal. That is always going to be true in proper scientific notation. Your coefficient must be greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. Also notice by looking at the powers of 10, one of these is positive and the other one's negative. So let's find out what the difference between the positive and negative exponents are. Well, for this example, let's look at 6.982 times 10 to the 6th. Notice how the decimal place actually moved 6 places to the right. This is going to be true for all scientific notation to standard form conversions based on a positive exponent. So, what happens when we have a negative exponent? Well, let's look at the example 4.23116 times 10 to the minus 3. Remember how we said when we were talking about the properties of exponents that a negative exponent is the same thing as dividing by that number to the positive exponent. That's very important. So let's do that, and we get 0.0042316. So having a negative exponent moved our decimal 3 places to the left. Does this make sense? Well, when you multiply by a number, it gets bigger. In the top problem, our number did get bigger. Our coefficient of 6.982 became 6,982,000. And in the bottom number, when our exponent was negative, so when we were dividing by a number, our coefficient of 4.23116 got smaller until it's a decimal, a 0.0042316. Now that we've looked at what scientific notation looks like, let's figure out how to convert numbers written in standard form to scientific form. So let's take the number 25,631 and convert it to scientific notation. First, you must move the decimal point to the right of the first non-zero number. If there is no decimal in the original number, you automatically place it to the right of the final digit of the beginning value. So after the decimal point moves, this number becomes 2.5631. Then we have to determine how many places the decimal point was moved. In this case, it was moved 1, 2, 3, 4 places. The amount of places the decimal moves becomes the exponent placed on the 10. If the decimal moves to the left of the number, the exponent is positive, and if it moves to the right, it's negative. This is because when you multiply by the positive exponent, it's going to get bigger. And when you divide, like when you have a negative exponent, the number is going to get smaller than 1, which will make it a decimal. Now, how do we convert numbers written in scientific notation back to standard form? For example, convert 3.7762 times 10 to the minus 5 to standard form. First, we need to look at the exponent. If it's positive, the decimal point will move to the right because you're multiplying. If it's negative, remember negative exponents are the same thing as division. So if it's negative, the decimal will move to the left. In this case, the decimal moves to the left because we have a -5. Move the decimal as many places as the exponent indicates. Since the exponent is a 5, we're going to move 5 places. So when we move over to the left, notice how after we move the first place, we don't have any more places to go. The good news is that in front of and behind every number is a whole bunch of zeros. Remember those ghost zeros from when we were doing long division back in 6th grade and 7th grade? Well, they're coming back. In this case, we're just going to keep moving over zeros until we have moved 5 places. We then have 0.000037762. Notice how in this case we only have 4 zeros between the decimal and the 3. That's because the first place we moved over the 3. So the exponent does not tell you the number of zeros to put, it tells you how many places to move. Now let's convert the number 7.483 times 10 to the 4th to standard form. Since the exponent is +4, we're going to move to the right, and we're going to move 4 spaces to the right. So let's move it over 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how once again we had to add a ghost zero. That's fine. That's what we're supposed to do. Now our final answer is 74,830. Pause the video and try these practice problems. So, for the first problem, let's convert from standard form to scientific form. In this case, we want to first figure out where our decimal is going to go. Our first non-zero digit is 9, so we're going to put the decimal to the right of 9. Now, how many places did we move the decimal to get to behind the 9? Well, we moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places. So right now we have 9.046 times 10 to the 8th, and we need to decide if this exponent is positive or negative. Well, the number we started with is smaller than 9.046, so it's a negative exponent. We have to divide to get to that decimal. Now let's look at number 2, 84,203. So, first things first, place your decimal after the first non-zero digit, so after the 8th. In this case, there's no decimal, so we place our decimal at the end and then move it over 1, 2, 3, 4 places to where it's supposed to end up. And we have 8.4203 times 10 to the 4th. Now, since our original number is bigger than 8.4203, then we have to multiply, and our exponent is +4. Now let's look at converting from scientific form to standard form. In this case, we have a -3, which means we need to move it to the left, like the negative numbers are on the left of the number line. So we're going to move it from where it is 3 places to the left, adding our ghost zeros. And we get 0.006421. Lastly, let's look at 3.74193 times 10 to the 6th. In this case, we need to move 6 places to the right because the exponent is a positive 6. So let's start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do not have enough places, so we need to add our ghost 0 and keep going. 6. So our new number is 3,741,930.